support to build the scripts in the second version of Selenium, actually. And we'll be able to build the logic by using that. And then initially we used to have this JavaScript programming language. We are going to use this JavaScript programming language to build the logic, and we used to automate the browser. And then we are going to control the browser. This is what officially we used to call it as Selenium 1. After that, they started with Selenium Grid. Even today, a few people still using for parallel execution. That is also one more version they have released. Even before Selenium 2, within the Selenium 1 itself, they have released server-based Selenium library that we are going to use to run multiple browser instances running on remote missions is what the purpose of this Selenium Grid. After that, finally, they have released Selenium WebDriver. This is Selenium 2, actually. Because with only one programming language, we cannot insist all the users like, if you want to use my automation tool, you have to use only this particular browser. You have to use, only this particular programming language like that, right? In 2008, once they released the Selenium 2, this is where most of the changes happened, where they have included programming languages, everything. And the stable version released for Selenium in almost after 10 years. Because it started like a simple project, Selenium, by individual. There is no support, and we are not going used to expect multiple updates also, and there is no much resources at that time to get solutions, and documentation wise also very poor. So at the time, if you see some 8 years back, one of the popular software is QTP. I don't know how many of you people know about this. Now we used to call it as UFT. But once Selenium 3 came in 2018, that's where the new era of automation started, where most of the people switched from QTP to this Selenium, because in Selenium 3, the best part is it is going to support 13 different programming languages, meaning almost all favorite and famous programming language in current market. Every programming language Selenium is going to support, and all the browsers available in the market also Selenium is going to support. The Selenium 2, 3, all these things we used to call it as Selenium WebDriver. Basically, it is going to take native capabilities of each and every browser, meaning Selenium people, they are not going to create Selenium for each and every browser. They are going to create one library, and these libraries will use all the properties of our current browser itself with the help of a new component called browser driver. With the help of this browser driver, automatically it is going to communicate all the instructions that we are going to write in programming language. Meaning, we are not at all going to build separate libraries for each and every browser when it comes to Selenium. Selenium is going to be common for each and every browser. Even though each and every browser is going to be different in terms of user interface, in terms of performing actions, everything. But still, we are going to maintain same Selenium library for all the browsers. Just to avoid difficulty of maintaining multiple things, instead, we are going to take help from browser drivers, meaning these browser drivers also will be built by the same browser. Whoever is building the browser, those people only going to provide us the browser driver to control the browser. That browser driver we are going to control by using Selenium here. In this way, Selenium WebDriver used to work. And one of the popular Selenium WebDriver version is Selenium 3 even today, 3.141.59. That is the version, almost 3 years, very popular till 2021. Even today, if you see, very few people, they migrated into latest version. Even today, 60 to 70% of the people still they are using Selenium 3 only, the last stable version that we have got in 2018. Finally, in 2021, last year, we got Selenium 4. Since last 3-4 years, what are all the difficulties currently we are facing with Selenium? Especially while locating the elements, while performing the actions. They have identified all those difficulties and they have identified solutions also. I mean, what are all the problems, the major problems facing by each and every resource who is using Selenium, especially in terms of locating the element, in terms of interacting with actual browser. There are a lot of changes they made in Selenium 4, and they have released finally the stable version in 2021. And within Selenium itself, within Selenium 4 itself, recently, just month back, even this month also, they have released 4.7.0. If you see, just 7-8 days back, around December 4 or something. This month also, they have released Selenium 4.7.0. Currently, it is running. When we started this session, at the time, these softwares not there. Why I'm mentioning these versions? Because very good change happened. Last month, whatever the version they have released, again, they changed multiple components. They completely eliminated in the latest version need of adding browser driver details. Directly, they have added Selenium Manager in the recent version. This month, whatever, last month, they have added this 4.6.0 where they have removed the dependency of adding browser driver every time in our scripts, especially for Chrome and Firefox and other browsers. This month, whatever they have released, they have added same thing for IE also, and they committed. They mentioned that this time every 4 to 6 weeks they are going to update with latest browser versions to support by default. If you are not going to mention explicitly about browser driver, that is what they mentioned. So these many changes happened. Anyway, we'll discuss about what is this browser driver, all those things again. I'm just talking about the changes happened. The very big changes happened in the Selenium is 2018. That is one of the popular versions even today. And slowly everyone is converting into Selenium for, I'm sure maybe after 4 5 months, everyone will convert to this 4.7.0 or maybe even latest versions for sure soon. But I don't think 4.6.0 no one is using still because just released. This is basically the history of Selenium, how exactly it started and where we are now. It's been almost 18 years now with Selenium, but most of the people started using from this 2017-18 onwards. Most of the, I mean, it's very popular. Even before they started, most of the people from Selenium 2, 3 onwards, but it became like very popular from almost 2017-18 around that area. Now, if you see in today's market, this is the top automation tools in the market today. There are advantages and disadvantages with Selenium. Actually, the advantage is it is going to support automation in all browsers, all operating systems. It also support all programming languages. Meaning the popular programming languages. There are so many, not everything, around 30, like Java, Python, JavaScript, .NET, C Sharp, like that. Most of the programming languages it is going to support. You can automate any kind of web application in all the browsers with whatever the operating system you have, with whatever the programming language you want to use. At the same time, even today, it is freeware, open source software, free to use. Even though it is going to support these many browsers, operating systems, and all the programming languages. When it comes to disadvantages, one of the major challenge with Selenium is Selenium can automate only web applications. This is the challenge. Selenium can actually automate only web applications. If you want to automate your desktop applications or if you want to launch any folders or something, Selenium is not capable. Even today, it is difficult to compare images. That is one more challenge. By using Selenium, if you want to verify whether this particular image is correct or not, proper image is updated or not, these things are very difficult. We can't do it. And also captcha, same related to that. That's why most of the website we used to see, right? You have to check, like, you have to complete human check. I am not a robot. And they are going to give you the puzzles and you have to complete that. Then only they are going to allow, just to avoid these automation softwares. Okay. That is one of the challenge. And then steep learning curve also will be there. It's not so easy. Like there are some softwares, right? Codeless automation kind of thing. But definitely here we have to use programming language and set of programs, everything. But it's not so difficult. If you are going to learn, if you are going to remember set of methods, you can easily automate any kind of web application. That is one thing here. Even first point, even though it is going to automate only web applications, but most of the projects today, web applications only. So that's not at all a problem anyway. Most of the projects are web applications only. That is also one thing. And if you see the structure, when it comes to Selenium 3, there are mainly four important components we used to have in Selenium 3. The first component is Selenium library. Then JSON wire protocol. Then browser driver. Then actual web browser. These are the components generally we are going to have in Selenium 3. If we talk about Selenium libraries, let's say if I'm going to create new Java project in your Eclipse, new Java project if you are going to create in our Eclipse, what are all the details that we are going to get within the project by default, guys?
Libraries.
So I'm just going to create new Java project here, something like this. What are all the details I'm going to get here? JRE system library and empty SRC folder, correct? What is this JRE system library?
Predefined.
Set of default programs written by the people who develop Java programming language, correct? With the help of these libraries only, we'll be able to write so many programs and we'll be able to compile all these programs, isn't it? If there are no default JRE system libraries available here, will this program will work?
No.
To run, to understand each and every keyword here, there are set of programs available by default. Just because of those programs only, we'll be able to, I mean, your JVM is able to understand this particular program and able to compile your program and able to produce the output, correct? Why I'm telling this story is, let's say, once after creating this Java project, now I want to start writing the Selenium program here. Here itself, I'm going to create one new package, something like this. Selenium.basics, a new package, and I'm going to create new class to start my first Selenium program. And I'm going to start writing like this, Don't worry about this line, just I'm writing an example, the set of classes related to Selenium. Will it work?
No.
Why? Why? Because by default, within this JRE system library, we are going to get only Java related libraries. We are not at all going to get a single library related to Selenium. Agree?
Yes.
Because Java people don't care about Selenium, and because there are 30 million libraries available today in the Maven repository. Java people don't care about all those libraries because these libraries prepared by the people to provide solutions to others. All those things definitely Java people are not going to give you. The basic, very basic programs to write or to build set of logics and solutions, what are all the basic components are required, only those things will be added by default. Right? Definitely here, Selenium is not available, correct? Generally, whenever we used to study in our college, if you want to prepare for semester exams, we used to go to library and we used to get some books, right? Let's say in your college library, there is no book available to prepare for semester exam, for whatever the exam tomorrow we have. What exactly we are going to do? We'll go out and we'll purchase the book, right? And we'll prepare. Same thing here. By default, whatever the JRE system library that we are going to get with set of libraries, Selenium is not part of it. That's why what exactly we are going to do? We are going to download the library, meaning set of default programs written by the people who developed this Selenium project. So from there, from their official website, or maybe there are other websites, we are going to download those libraries separately and we are going to add within the project. Every time whenever you want to work with Selenium, the first thing that we are going to do here is downloading the Selenium libraries, adding into our project. That is our first component. Understood? Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Selenium libraries meaning set of programs that we have to add within our project to understand and to compile the code that we are going to write in terms of Selenium. Second component, this is also very well known to everyone. Web browser. Where exactly we are going to launch all our web applications? Can we open all these web applications in the Word document, Notepad, all those things? No, right? For that, what we need, what tool we need? Web browser, correct? There are so many popular web browsers available today, right? Like Chrome, Edge, IE is gone anyway. Firefox, Safari, Opera. These are the actual browsers that we are going to install in our computer, correct? The second component is very, very important. I mean, of course, each and every component is very important. If there is no Selenium library, if you are going to write the program also, JVM won't compile that particular program. Without having any browser in your computer, what will happen? Will not be able to launch web application itself. Just like manual testing, how exactly we are going to launch the browser and launch the application. Same thing Selenium is going to do. Nothing different here. So even for Selenium also, we need to install actual web browser. That is our second component. Now, third component is browser driver. As I told you, Selenium is pure web automation tool where we cannot deal with any desktop applications at all by using Selenium. Selenium can automate only browser. Apart from that, if you want to automate any other things like database, APIs, desktop applications, all those things is not possible with Selenium. Pure UI automation tool. Now point is, whatever the browser that we are going to install in our computer is desktop applications or web application here.
Web application.
It's desktop application. These desktop applications, not web applications. Because if I want to install Chrome browser, I'm not going to open Chrome browser in IE, right? I have to download exe file, chrome.exe. I have to install in my computer. Then only I'm going to get Chrome browser. So now Chrome browser is desktop application or web application?
Desktop.
Obviously, it's going to be desktop application, right? What is the language your browser is going to understand? We are using Java and Selenium Java library here. But what language actually your browser is going to understand?
Binary.
Binary. Any other answer?
Machine learning.
Machine language. Super. Next.
Zeros and ones, right? On the zero.
So browser is going to understand the language.
No.
This one. Are you going to type 01 in the browser to launch Google website? Or http/google.com is what you are going to supply there? What exactly you are going to use?
HTTP. Domain name.
HTTP requests, correct?
Yeah.
Not only to launch the application, for each and every small action that you are going to perform on the browser also will be converted into HTTP request. Do you know that?
Yes.
If you want to see that, just right click on your browser and click on inspect, or maybe press F12 button. There is a network tab, okay? Just open that network tab and then perform the click action and type the text and do some actions on your browser. Then you will understand. For you, it is click. For your browser, that is one HTTP request in the background. With the help of that particular HTTP request only, it is going to get the information from your server. It is going to collect the information that you are going to enter in the application also will be taken by this particular request as a payload, and it is going to store in the server. Everything in the form of HTTP request. It is going to operate. Now, what exactly we are doing here? We need to convert the set of instructions that we are going to write in Java programming language into What language you have to convert? HTTP request. For that, what exactly we are going to do is, we are going to use our third component, that is browser driver. Okay. The browser driver is the component that we are going to use to communicate with actual browser. Not directly, it is not possible. So that's why we are going to make use of browser driver. Even to communicate with this browser driver, we are going to use JSON, meaning API request language, like a payload. Generally, whenever I want to perform set of actions, how exactly JSON will work is, let's say I want to click on login button is what I have written in the Selenium. This is the line I'm going to write in the actual Java class. This will be converted into JSON wire protocol, meaning
key value pair.
like this. It is going to convert like that. This will be communicated to browser driver. This browser driver, what exactly it is going to do? It is going to communicate with actual browser by converting it into HTTP request. Same thing. Once browser is going to give us set of outputs, again, it is going to convert back into Java programming language. This is the procedure we used to follow when it comes to the previous version of Selenium, Selenium 3. Understood, guys? The structure? If you understood the structure of the Selenium, you can easily understand how exactly it is going, why we are writing this code is what we are going to understand automatically.
Bharat, can you explain again, Bharat?
When it comes to Selenium 3, there are multiple components. The first component is Selenium libraries, meaning by default, whenever we are going to create new Java project, we are going to get only Java related libraries, correct? Now, if you want to work with Selenium, we have to download Selenium libraries from external sites and we have to add it into our project. Clear?
Yeah.
That is
Yes,
our first component. Second component, as we are automating web applications by using Selenium, so we need to install multiple browsers in our computer. What are all the different browsers you want to use for web application automation? You have to use here. Understood?
Yes. Yeah.
Directly Selenium libraries, whatever we are using here, and whatever the code we are going to write by using Selenium libraries and Java will not be able to understand by our actual browser, because our browser can understand only HTTP request, right? To convert that, we are using third component, that is browser driver. Okay. Again, to communicate with browser driver, all these instructions, we are using JSON wire protocol, where we are going to send the request in the form of JSON, in the form of very similar to API requests, and we are going to communicate all these instructions with browser driver. Browser driver will be communicated with actual browser. Again, actual browser is going to give you the output to browser driver. Browser driver is going to share those details with Java programming language. This is the procedure we are going to follow when it comes to Selenium 3. Okay.
Okay.
Now, latest version of Selenium. They have completely eliminated one component in Selenium 4 now. Now only 3 components will be there. Selenium client libraries. This is compulsory. Otherwise, our Java won't understand Selenium. Actual browser, that is also there. Then browser driver, also there. The component removed here is
JSON.
JSON wire protocol. Now 333 protocol, directly whatever the instructions you are going to write, now Selenium 4 is capable of directly communicating those instructions without using JSON wire protocol directly to the browser driver. And browser driver to actual browser communication is as usual in Selenium 4. That is a major change when it comes to the structure of the application. On top of that, they have added multiple other features in terms of writing the programs also. They have added so many features that we are going to discuss during the actual program. Remaining components is as usual. Selenium library is going to communicate set of instructions with browser driver to actual browser. Same thing will continue here. But in Selenium 4 also, or Selenium 3 also, everywhere, along with client libraries, explicitly we need to download these browser drivers also. Okay. I want to talk about, I told you during the demo sessions 1.5 months back, we'll talk about Selenium 4, but recently, last month and this month also, they have released new version. I want to talk about this one also now. Last week, whatever the version released. What change they made here is component wise same only. But this time, what change they made is we don't need to specify browser driver. Meaning you don't need to download browser driver at all. From Selenium 4.6 onwards, they have added component like Selenium Manager. It will take care of that browser driver setup. This is the change happened recently. Got it?
So does it mean we
This
don't need
Selenium
to
Manager
install browser drivers?
Yes.
Okay. We simply use that browser.
Browser and library, that's it. Browser anyway already available in our computer, at least Chrome and Edge. Right?
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
if you are going to simply download Selenium libraries, if you want to use latest version, that is enough.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
That simple it is now. But most of the people, they not even know. Because if you see in the Google also, hardly you will see the articles about this latest versions released in this week and previous month. People just now only started looking into it. Maybe it will take some 6 months to 9 months time to use all these things for sure. Still, people are using Selenium 3 and slowly they are converting into Selenium 4. 4.4 is the version that everyone is using now. Most of the cases, most of the people. Still with WebDriver, everything. They are adding separately and then they are using it. Okay. So which version will go with?
4.6.
4.4 will go with. Okay. We'll try with 4.6 also. But 4.4 itself, just now everyone started using. We'll see both. At least in first project. Okay. So what exactly you guys have to do is now, everyone is installed already browsers, right?
Yes.
At least Chrome and Edge is there, right? Forget about Firefox. No one is using that Firefox in the companies. Now very famous browsers and very popular browser everyone is using for automation is what?
Chrome.
Chrome. Earlier Internet Explorer, now Chrome. Second place is Edge. Firefox, I don't know why, but no one will use this. So browsers already installed. What is the next thing that we have to install? Selenium client libraries, correct?
Yes.
Let's see how we are going to add those Selenium client libraries.
But so you have provided the library, right? We have added.
You already added?
Yeah, like 88 libraries, right, Paras?
I don't know which version I have shared. At the time, there is no, all these versions are not there.
Please do it now. We'll see how.
Yeah, I'll do it right away. So let's see. Anyway, all those libraries also we are not going to use like that. Okay. Differently we are going. First of all, we are not even going to use this Java project itself in the actual projects. Okay.
So this will be the start point when somebody asks us to automate something, right?
Not
Oh.
this one. This is even very basic. The starting point that we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Today, whatever we are doing, adding libraries, this is not even the case basically.
But will they ask us to set up all those in advance when they?
Yes, we have to, but not this way.
Okay.
Because currently still we are using Java project, but we'll never use Java projects in the actual projects.
Okay.
Everyone will use only Maven project. We'll see what is the advantage with that tomorrow. Okay, by adding Maven project also. For now, we'll try with Java project to at least launch browser. Okay. So for that, what exactly we have to do here is first you have to download Selenium libraries. Just type download Selenium. So, one more version also came. Huh? Okay. Same only 4.7.0. No, latest version came yesterday. 4.7.2. Okay. So let's try with this itself.
Bharat, like Selenium can be automated using all these programming languages?
Yes, all these programming language. You have to send. I think it is not even working. Okay, working. Selenium Java just released. Very good. I think we are on top of everyone right now. If we are going to learn this,
Sir, in this Apache Commons IO is not there. In this library.
which library?
It's 4.7.2.
Let's see. You already downloaded?
Yeah, today I was practicing for screenshot, so I have observed it.
Mhm. Let me extract. So first you have to download this. And then it is going to give us the GIF file. So you have to extract first the GIF file. At the same time, try to download this one also, the previous 4.4 version. Guys. Your previous releases option is there. Just click on this. Try to download this one. Okay.
So here it is having Java.NET server. Anyone is fine.
Not anyone. Selenium Java only.
You downloaded .NET. Right?
Oh, sorry. So we have to use Selenium Java only. So I'm just updating in my C drive. What exactly you will do is, so whatever the version it is, first we have to create one folder in the C drive with the name Selenium libraries. And then you have to copy all the libraries. If you'll see, there will be so many libraries. Directly, you can see some of the libraries here inside lib folder also, some libraries will be there. What exactly you have to do is you have to copy all these libraries into this Selenium libraries folder. Just cut it and paste it. These things also. Okay. I'll mention the name also. Selenium libraries 47, 4.7. And now we will understand the difference between both. Or if you don't want to create the folder also, and directly you can import from the this library itself. Anything is okay. Better, try to create separate folder like Selenium libraries and then import all these libraries into your project. That's the best approach that we can follow. Yeah. Just I'm copying all the libraries again into this folder. So downloading libraries is done. Now we have to import all these libraries into our project. So how to import? Let's see. What you have to do is simply have to right click on your project. Below there is a properties, right? Either you can click on this or build a path and configure build a path. Both will take you to the place where you have to add all the libraries. So either build a path, configure build a path is one way, or directly click on properties. Here also build a path option will be there. Go to this place. Anything is fine. If you'll go directly properties and build a path, here you have to go to libraries. This is one way. Or if you'll right click build a path and configure build a path, that is also give you the same option, libraries. Okay. Here you have to click on this class path option. And once you are going to click on class path in module path, all the Java related libraries will be there. In the class path, we have to add all the external Java files. So just now we have stored. First we'll try with the latest version and apply and close. That simple it is. Now along with JRE system library, what we can see here, referenced libraries, meaning the external libraries that we downloaded and added on top of Java project libraries. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Now let's write a simple program here today. Launch browser. I will launch Chrome browser. Launch application. Google application, let's say. Then close browser. Okay. Let's try this. First, launching the Chrome browser. If you want to launch the Chrome browser, what exactly we have to do is we have to call the class related to Chrome browser. The class name available in the Selenium library related to Chrome browser is Chrome driver. Okay, this is the class. So generally how we are going to write object of this particular class, if you want to, we are going to write like this, right? New Chrome driver, like this. So what exactly this is going to give you? It is going to launch the browser window and it is going to give you the session ID, the browser session ID. Now I want to launch the Google application within the same browser window. But how can I get this same browser window here to launch the application within the same browser window? I cannot again create object and I cannot use the method, right? The method name is get. But if I'm going to write like this, what will happen? One more browser window is going to open, isn't it? That's it, right, guys?
Yeah, another instance. Yeah.
Another instance is going to create and then it is going to launch. So what exactly we have to do? We have to store this object into some variable. Agree?
Yes.
So that's why we are going to write driver. And whenever I want to use variable, what is mandatory?
Type.
Data type is mandatory. What is the data type here we have to mention?
WebDriver.
Driver type.
Some class name, right?
Mm.
Chrome driver, this is how we used to create objects, right? That's it, right?
Yes, yes.
So first we have to store Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver.
So
Then
Chrome driver is a class. It's a
correct.
class, right?
Yeah, it's class. Chrome
Oh.
driver is a class. And we are creating objects to that particular class. So it is going to immediately initiate the browser session. Within this particular browser session, now I want to launch Google website. So driver.get is the method within the Chrome driver class. And we have to type the URL properly. If you are going to type like this, it won't work. You have to type like this: https www.google, all those things you have to type. And I want to close the browser. Which browser I have to close? Same browser. Driver dot close. Close is the method within the Chrome driver class that we are going to use. I think most of the people still in confusion state. In the YouTube, they have written driver is equal to new Chrome driver. But you have written Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver like that.
If we use Chrome driver, then it will execute in only Chrome driver. It won't. It was unable to execute in another browser.
If
we
another browser, if I want, then Firefox driver is equal to new Firefox driver, I will write. So what?
For instance, then we can execute in any browser, right? So
Hmm?
if you use WebDriver instance, then we can directly run our script in any browser, right?
How come?
Okay, so
How
the
come?
old functionality which you're talking about, right?
So WebDriver will be having all the abstract methods, and the Chrome driver will have the.
See, that is not the point here. Simple. If you are going to write WebDriver here, the advantage you are going to get here is within the same program, if you want to change the browser without initiating one more variable, got it?
Yes, yes.
This is the point. I want to launch Firefox browser also suddenly. Then only this is useful. Got it? If you are going to write WebDriver, first we are going to launch Chrome browser by using same variable. Now we are going to launch Firefox driver also. Instead of WebDriver, now if I'm going to write Chrome driver, no change in terms of execution. But the only thing is, again you have to reinitiate Firefox driver is equal to new Firefox like that. Got it? That's the only advantage.
Sir, at the same time,
Hmm.
whatever the methods available in the Chrome driver, and it, I mean, maybe.
See, that is going to be common. So whatever the methods available in Chrome driver, Firefox driver, everything is same because
Okay.
each and every browser browser class is implementing
This is
the WebDriver interface methods, basically. That's why there are only two chances. Whenever we are going to create the object, and if you want to create variable to store that particular object, either you have to mention the class name, like Chrome driver here, right? So here also you have to mention Chrome driver. That is one way. Second chance is this particular class is implementing any parent class methods, unimplemented methods, meaning the parent class should be interface, so that you can use same interface as your data type. Because this parent class interface also having same methods that is those are available in the child class, right? Generally, that's why either this way or direct way. Class name variable is equal to new class name. Okay.
yes.
Just to explain about that point only, I have written Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. So don't worry. If you are going to write Chrome driver or web driver, it is going to work in the same fashion. There is no change in the execution at all. Let's execute. in the debug mode. Otherwise, it is going to simply open and close within a second. Okay. So let me run in debug mode. Even I am also for the first time using this version 4.7.2.
It is taking some time.
Yes.
To get the browser. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
it is definitely going to slow down. 4.6 and 7 versions will definitely going to slow down, because in the previous version, personally, we are downloading the browser. We are maintaining the driver component, everything, right? But here we are directly depending on the Selenium library itself to perform those downloading the browser driver. To do that, first it is going to check your browser version. Everything it should analyze, right? Hope you got the point. Why this is going to be slow. It should understand your browser version, current running browser version. At the same time, it should download and set up that browser driver. See, Chrome driver was launched, started successfully. And you will get this message also always whenever you are running with Selenium. Chrome is being controlled by what? Automated test software, meaning it's not launched by human, is what you have to understand.
Okay.
And outside, whatever the action, generally, whenever some browser is running, suddenly if you are going to click outside, it is going to disturb the actions, right, in the browser. But when it comes to Selenium, the actions performed by Selenium will not be disturbed by the human. If you are going to click, right click, or do whatever you want, it is not at all going to impact your browser. Those actions will be performed automatically. Launched and closed. Got it?
Yes.
Here, did I downloaded any driver, browser driver? Nothing, right? I have simply added libraries, I have written the program, correct?
Yes.
In Selenium 4.7.2 version it is. Got it? Let's try the same in, I'll just delete all these libraries first. Let's use the older version. Now, again, I'll run. Only for the first time, it is going to take time. So next time onwards, definitely it is not going to take. Only whenever you are going to change the version, only for the first time, it is going to take some time. So that's okay. Super. What happened now? What happened now, guys?
there is no part to execute the driver.
So there is no driver provided. So that's why directly in Selenium 4.4, it's not at all going to provide browser driver personally. Manually, you have to download and you have to add it here. then only it is going to work in the previous version of Selenium. Got it? That is what it is giving the error. There is no driver executable available. So for that, what I have to do is, before you are going to launch the browser itself, first you have to, because we discussed about the component, right? The important component, browser driver. So first we have to download the browser driver, whatever the browser you want to launch. Let's say if I want to launch Chrome browser, how to search for Chrome driver download. So there will be so many versions here, the drivers. First you have to check your browser version here. What is the browser version? 108. So you have to download same 108 version. That too based on your operating system. Currently I'm using Windows operating system. So I'm going to download Windows driver. Why it is not downloading? Virus. Let me download from some other browser. Okay. It is giving warning. Okay. Same process, First we have to download this, driver zip folder. It is going to download like this. So you have to extract. Especially for Chrome, only 32-bit will be there. That's okay. Even though your computer is with 64-bit, still this 32-bit will work. Like this one driver will be given. For each and every browser, same procedure. Download Chrome browser driver, Firefox driver, like that. You have to search in the Google and you have to download it. Okay. So once you are going to download, and please extract that particular zip folder. Now you have to mention the path in your program by using the class system. System dot set property, which browser and what is the driver, the path of the driver you have to mention here. Key value format. So key should be your browser name, not even browser name, the browser property, and value should be the path. The browser property already they gave here. Executable must be set by the webdriver.chrome.driver system property and the path. Even they gave the URL also from where you have to download the driver. Everything they gave in the console itself. So you have to give the browser property and the path. Within Z drive. Like this you have to paste. Let's try now. First we are setting, so I want to launch Chrome browser, so Chrome browser property and the path. Where exactly my browser driver is there, we have clearly mentioned that. Then we are trying to launch the Chrome browser. Here. See, immediately it launched. Earlier it took almost like a 12 seconds, now just 4 seconds. It is able to launch the browser, right? Now I want to launch Google and then I want to close the browser. This is how Selenium 4.4 will work. Hope you guys understood the difference. This is no more required in the current version released in this month.
So a company would ask, or it would give us liberty to use which version?
No. company will give you the versions,
So
because
let's say
you are the
they'll
not
ask us
only
to use only Selenium 3 or Selenium like that.
correct. Yes,
Okay. So
because
we,
already so many projects are linked to that one, because there are so many things changed in Selenium 4. There are implicit wait, explicit wait, like that, synchronization issues to handle that. There are wait methods, all those
even
things
if it is a
updated.
new project.
It's updated now, everything in Selenium 4. New projects, that your choice.
Okay.
For the first time, if you are going to implement, which one is you are comfortable that you are going to get free hand. But if there are existing projects, it's not only about your project. There are so many projects are using same framework. Maybe every application will get impact just because of this version change, right? That's why no one is going to allow. If you want to change, you have to take complete responsibility to update all those changed component in each and every project, and you have to execute and you have to update. At least you have to do that responsibility, you have to take. Got the point, right?
Now which version we need to install, sir?
Sorry,
4.7 or now we need to install which version? 4.7 or
just for
4.
4.4 only we are going to.